Hello, I'm Janelle Cass, and I'm running for State Senate in the 21st Legislative District. I'm a U.S. Air Force Academy graduate with a degree in civil environmental engineering, a veteran, local small business owner, wife, and mother to 2 children. My career has been varied from working as a bioenvironmental engineer in the Air Force, protecting workers, residents, and the environment from chemical, biological, and radiological hazards, to leading projects worth millions of dollars in the Federal Aviation Administration, where I brought together organizations with diverse objectives for optimum outcomes for both aviation and the environment. I have been listening to how frustrated everyday residents feel about our district representatives in Olympia and how out of touch they are with the sentiment of our community. In fact, they seem to sponsor bills and vote in direct opposition of our best interests. My opponent in this race has been a fire hose of bad legislation and has raised our taxes 25 times. He protects criminals rather than law-abiding citizens and hampers our police from their ability to do their jobs. With all of this happening, I felt the call to serve once again. And as an engineer, I look for root causes of problems to find solutions. Much of the skyrocketing crime is driven by the drug addiction crisis in our state. I have participated in encampment cleanups here in the 21st Legislative District, where I witnessed the squalor and despair homeless addicts live in. The garbage, the needles, the human waste, and clear evidence of sex trafficking in the midst of this filth is beyond heart-wrenching. My heart breaks for the people who get caught up in addiction, but allowing them and in fact enabling them to live in these foul circumstances is not compassionate. Last fall, I hosted a forum where I engaged extensively with outreach experts who are helping addicts get the treatment that they need. They shared where there are breakdowns in the system, what's working and what does not. And along with the human tragedy as an environmental engineer, I can't help but see that this is also an ecological nightmare. I am noticing countless acres of land contaminated by tons of solid and hazardous waste. When I'm in these encampments, I look around and it's as if dozens of garbage trucks have dumped their loads there. This debris is contaminating our stormwater, impacting wildlife and neighborhoods, and is a direct result of enabling drug abuse rather than enforcing the laws associated with basic sanitation and standard public health. Instead of feel-good, meaningless legislation, as your next senator, I plan to advocate to fully fund mental health programs and to find substantial solutions that will help addicts get into treatment and job training so they can have long-term success and become productive members of our society once again. I do not take this lightly, and I realize that this is a complex, long-term effort that requires commitment and perseverance. I will also strive to clean up the solid and hazardous waste in these areas to mitigate the ecological disasters happening all over our state. Another concern that is weighing heavy on the people of the 21st District is the cost of living. Going door to door, I have heard from countless people how the out-of-control taxes and fees are hurting our neighbors. I spoke with an elderly retired woman who limits her outings to only 2 times a week due to the price of gas and her tremendous property tax. I also talked to a mom who cannot afford to renew her car tabs and is frustrated by the recent hike in licensing fees. Both of these fees had a dramatic increase and burden on the people, and they're a direct cause from the ST3 and the new transportation budget that were sponsored, promoted, and passed by my opponent. How does it make sense to have so many individuals, families, and business suffer when Washington State had a $12 billion surplus last year, and in fact is on track to have a $15 billion surplus by the end of this year? As your next senator, I will fight to alleviate these tax burdens and put this hard-earned money back into the pockets of the taxpayers that I will be representing. Like you, I'm tired of the oppressive, out-of-touch legislation coming from the majority party in Olympia. The time has come for balance, for you to have a senator that listens to your concerns and takes action on behalf of the people of our district, rather than outside PACs and special interests. I'm Janelle Cass. I'm running for State Senate in the 21st Legislative District to represent you. I ask for your vote. Thank you.